Call, please.
Alderman Ames.
Here.
Alderman Catalano.
Here.
Alderman Currielli.
Here.
Alderman Jacob.
Here.
Alderman Messina.
Here.
Alderman Sorrentino.
Here.
Alderman Sismarski. Alderman Woods.
All right, first up, an approval of the list of minutes dated October 14th, 2021.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All right, roll call. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Up to report and recommendation. I have 3 reports. First one is an approval and agreement between the City of Wooddale and Baxter and Woodman for engineering services for Foster Avenue resurfacing in an amount not to exceed $39,881. I will pass this over to Director Lang to discuss further.
Thank you, Chairman. The first 2 items on the agenda tonight are both pertaining to the STP funding, which was awarded to the city for resurfacing of Foster Avenue from Central to Spruce. The first is an agreement with Baxter and Woodman for construction engineering services. It's important to note that IDOT reimburses 70% of these expenses, so the actual cost to the city is just under $12,000. The second item is the resolution appropriating funds for the city's share of the entire project, which the entire project is just over $370,000, including construction and construction engineering, and the city's cost for that is 30%, or just over $111,000. I'd be glad to answer any questions.
We have questions? Well, so, okay, yeah, first off, is there a motion?
Make the motion to approve.
All right, and this is just on the first one, right? Because you were
Yes,
talking to both of them, so I just want to make sure we had that clear. Okay, questions? Alderman Jacob?
In reading the packet, it sounded like we still have to apply. I thought this was already approved, but it seemed like we're still applying.
Director Lang?
We have been programmed for next year. This is just the actual process to get approved through IDOT. So the funding is approved. This is just the necessary paperwork to get to the letting in January.
Okay, thank you.
Could you repeat that? No, I'm just kidding. Any other questions? All right, so we have a motion, we have a second. Roll call, please.
Alderman Ames. Alderman Catalano.
Yes.
Alderman Currielli.
Yes.
Alderman Jacob.
Yes.
Alderman Messina.
Yes,
Alderman Sorrentino.
Yes.
and that passes. Next up is an approval of an intergovernmental agreement between the City of Wooddale and the State of Illinois appropriating funds for the Foster Avenue, Central Avenue to Spruce Avenue resurfacing improvements. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Great. Questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Ames. Alderman Catalano.
Yes.
Alderman Currielli.
Yes.
Alderman Jacob.
Yes.
Alderman Messina.
Yes.
Alderman Sorrentino.
Yes.
Great, and that passes. And finally, an approval of the replacement for Public Works Vehicle Number 514088 in an amount not to exceed $67,000. I believe Director Lang has, do you have a few comments on this one?
Sure, just a little bit of background. This vehicle was purchased originally for the wastewater division. It was reallocated to the utilities division for their use. However, it's deteriorated rapidly over the years, and its use as a utility truck is no longer needed, so it will be replaced with a small dump.
So what is, do we have an actual rating for that vehicle?
Yes, the vehicle score was 14 points out of 60, which I believe is, sorry, I don't have a percentage on that, but it was 14 out of a total possible 60 points.
Almost 25%, okay. Follow-up question. So this is something we can still take out. Is, after a certain percentage, are we still able to actually take it out and resell it?
Yes, it does still have a resale value on Public Surplus. So we list it at $1,000 and let the bids drive up the price.
Okay, great. Other questions? Mayor?
I noticed this truck's a little larger, correct?
The new truck, you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah, it'll be an F-550 to support the dump body.
The dump, right, that's what I figured.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, need a roll call as well, please? Oh, excuse me. I thought someone made one. Okay, is there a motion?
Second.
Okay, roll call, please.
Alderman Ames. Alderman Catalano.
Yes.
Alderman Currielli.
Yes.
Alderman Jacob.
Yes.
Alderman Messina.
Yes.
Alderman Sorrentino.
Yes.
Okay, and that passes. Items to be considered at future meetings. Demolition and renovation of the Public Works Building, woo-hoo, December 2021, already there. Any others? Okay, meeting adjourned. Excuse me, is there a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Second.
Second? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.
Aye.
This mask is cutting off the oxygen in my brain.
I'd like to bring to order the Finance Administration Committee meeting. Please take note that the same council members are present. Then I make a motion to approve the minutes of October 28th, 2021. Any corrections to the minutes? If there are none, motion carries. Got to vote. Vote for the minutes, I'm sorry, go ahead. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. And report and recommendation, inducement resolution. Director, if you want to touch on that, please?
Sure, thank you, Mr. Chairman. What you have before you this evening is an inducement resolution. It sounds very exciting. It's really not all that exciting, but very important. Basically, what it's going to allow us to do with the 26 acres of unincorporated land directly south of the new Nippon building over in, was that Mohawk Manor? We're trying to get a TIF set up in that area. At the same time, the developer wants to come in with plans and expedite that process. Typically, you would have the TIF and everything approved before a developer comes in. In this scenario, based on the timelines, the developer and their timeline is going to conflict with the TIF timeline. So what we need to do, and the attorneys and the TIF consultants have all agreed upon this, is pass this inducement ordinance that basically is going to not jeopardize the eligibility of the TIF with the proposed submittal for a project over there. Again, it's just a timing issue, which is actually a good thing because the developer wants to get going. So as you notice in the last paragraph, adopting this inducement resolution does not mean that we have to adopt the TIF over there. However, if we do not adopt this inducement resolution, it's going to be much harder to adopt the TIF over in that area, even to the point that we might not be able to do so if we wanted to. And, well, we kind of want to, so.
Any questions? If there are none, I'll make a motion to adopt the resolution.
Make that second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Against? No. Motion carries. Next is items to consider at future meetings, CIP, January of 2022. Is there any other items to consider? If there are none, I'll make a motion to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion carries. Thank you.
That's that.
Now what do we do?
10 minutes.
Take a shower for nothing.